How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about what's happening in the crypto market. If you're in the US, this is probably everything that you need to know from when you are sleeping. I'm recording this pretty late at night in the US, but I want to give you this update. The market seems to be falling. You can see Bitcoin is under 17,000. It was just under 16,000. A lot of other altcoins are down on the last 24 hours. And there are some updates coming from Binance on proof of reserves and some things that they're trying to do to help out the system, help out all the projects and the exchanges as much as possible. But of course, always be careful. This is a crazy time in crypto. I would suggest taking the majority of your crypto off exchanges, probably all of it, unless you are trying to buy or sell or trying to do some kind of leverage trading. That is really the only reason you should have your crypto on exchanges. It just doesn't really make sense right now to hold it on an exchange. So if you are trying to leverage trade or you just want to trade in general, there's a link to BitGet underneath the video. And if you want some free stocks, if you want some free money, there's a link down there to Moomoo. You can deposit some money and get some free stocks. Now, crypto obviously is down over the last 7 days, down over the last day a little bit. But you can see just in the last couple minutes, there was kind of a pump here. We had someone buying a significant amount, pushing up Bitcoin about $500, $600, actually $700, most likely some selling after that happened, and now being pushed back up a little bit as well. Now, sorry if there's a lot of wind here. It's quite windy where I'm at, but the DXY is moving up a little bit here today, but overall it is still on a downtrend over the last couple weeks, down at about 107. Stock market futures are a little bit negative, with the NASDAQ down about 0.55%. And this is before the pre-market even opens here. Now, a little bit of news on FTX, and then we'll talk about how FTX might still be trying to scam you, or how you could get scammed out more money. Of course, we covered yesterday, do not use the app. Delete it. Don't try to log in. Don't try to go on the website. Just delete the app and never go on to the website again, because there is malware. Now, it just came out that FTX lists 0 Bitcoin assets on bankruptcy papers despite $1.4 billion in Bitcoin liabilities. So obviously they're in quite the hole right now. They're not going to be able to make this up, most likely. 99.9% chance they are never going to be anything again. We have Sam Bankman-Fried supposedly getting apprehended by authorities in the Bahamas, along with some other FTX employees. It's a terrible situation. Now, the largest asset that they have is actually something that they say they have about $2.2 billion in. I believe it's Serum. This is something that Sam Bankman-Fried founded, and the whole market cap is like 85 million now. So their balance sheet is a mess. Also, we know that this is spreading to other crypto companies. We covered this in yesterday's video. Huobi and Gate.io kind of moving funds back and forth for their proof of assets, and then Crypto.com accidentally sending 320,000 ETH to Gate.io and then recovering the funds days later after they had their asset snapshot. So a lot of companies are trying to do some shady stuff. We also had AAX, which is a derivatives exchange established in Hong Kong just 3 years ago, that said that they are going to suspend all operations, including trading, withdrawals, etc., and it will take 7 to 10 days to proofread and restore user assets. And this is a top 20 in terms of trading volume exchange. Now, they claim it's just some problem with an upgrade. It's not due to FTX, but that sounds super fake, just like we've been hearing from a lot of companies. Everything's fine until they're literally bankrupt. So if you have any kind of affiliation with them, I would stop that and try to get your crypto out as soon as they open up withdrawals, if they ever do again. Now, Binance just came out with their wallets to try to be as transparent as possible. You can see that they have published how much Bitcoin they have, Ethereum, USDT, BUSD, USDC, BNB for reserves. And going through this, we have about $7.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, $5 billion plus worth of Ethereum, 17.6 billion USDT, 22 billion BUSD, a lot of USDC, and then a lot of BNB. Now, this is good to see. It's, I believe, around $75 billion worth of assets. But of course, if there is a bank run, we never know if that's quite enough. You can see their wallets here as well. Now, this wallet is kind of interesting. It has 61,000 Bitcoin in it, but then when you click on it and you dig a little bit deeper, it has pretty much zero in it. And if you go a little bit deeper, you can see a ton of transactions today. I don't know what to make of this, if it's just like their wallet that they move stuff around in or what, but they have been doing a lot of withdrawals recently and movements in this wallet. So just keep that in mind, or pay attention to that, I suppose, over the coming days. See if some crypto goes back in there, or what they say about that if they are questioned about it. They also have made a commitment. So they say that they are going to try to reduce further cascading negative effects from FTX. Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong but in liquidity crisis. More details to come, and you can contact Binance Labs if you think you qualify. So hopefully that will help stop some of the contagion. Now, after being silent for a while, Sam Bankman-Fried tweeted this: Number 1, what? Number 2, H. We don't really know what this means at this point, but obviously he has destroyed crypto, and maybe he doesn't even have anything to say for it now. Now, I think this still has to be said, though, that crypto, and Bitcoin specifically, can get stronger from this. If anything, this shows why we need Bitcoin, to get money out of centralized exchanges, centralized entities, and to make sure that people can control their own financial future. And we talked more about that in yesterday's video, which I'll put on the end screen. There's still one more way that you can get scammed. Of course, if you have funds in FTX, you got scammed. If you have clicked on FTX and got malware or anything like that, but also be careful, because there most likely will be live streams. I'm surprised there aren't right now. Whenever we see a big event for any kind of cryptocurrency, we see live streams trying to scam more crypto out of people. So I would not be surprised if someone put up a stream saying basically like, hey, send us half of your bag that you had in FTX and we'll send the full bag back, or something like that. So just be careful. They're not going to send any crypto to you. There's not going to be anything coming out on YouTube or emails that you get saying that you can go claim your crypto. Just type in your password or send some crypto somewhere. Just be careful out there. It's going to get worse, I think, before it gets better in terms of the contagion. So I hope everyone is safe out there and everyone is working through this, and hopefully you could get your crypto out in time. We're going to have to see what happens moving forward, but I would just withdraw your crypto off exchanges. There's no reason to really keep it on an exchange right now. Again, unless you're trading actively, there's really no point. Now, thank you so much for watching. If you do want to trade actively, again, there's that link down to BitGet, and there's a link down to Moomoo. If you want to, I have a link to my Patreon underneath the video. I always tell them what I'm doing before I talk about it on the YouTube channel. So if you want to know what I'm buying and selling, or where I'm moving crypto and stuff like that, you can check out the link underneath the video to Patreon. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.